Welcome back to a fresh new episode of Missin Curfew. Updogg, my man. Curfew Calls, episode 2. Here we go.
How are you? Getting everyone involved, my man.
People love these, man.
I got a nice little list of some beauties with some subject lines that are for quiet ears. Is that a thing?
Quiet ears?
Yeah.
Quiet ears, buddy.
I don't know. You better sharpen them up.
Quiet ears. Quiet ears. We're going to keep these, what's it called, Max? Evergreen? No,
Evergreen, yep.
Yeah. So I bumped into a National Leaguer. I won't mention his name.
And
anyways, he was a big fan of curfew calls.
Okay.
Big fan of curfew calls. So I thought it was great. We had a lot of fun.
What was his avenue for it? Was he like, I liked how, raw it is. I like how you brought the fans in. I know we've been talking about this for a while, right? And it's kind of nice to clip off some of these beauties they're all time. And some guys are like, buddy, what are you even talking about?
Yeah, I think this guy said it was hilarious, and man, you got some mutants that listen to you.
Some
so
mutants.
I think that's what it was probably what he said.
God damn.
Hey, God, but God, we love you boys out there and girls that are there listening to Missin Curfew. I thought it was great. It brought out some good stories for me and you from back in the day about smoking weed, and we talked to Binger about it for an hour about smoking, or 30 minutes about smoking weed. So it was good.
Awesome. Well, let's. Should we dive into maybe some live?
Max, how do you want to start it, buddy? Let's go live.
All righty, here's the first one. We got speaking of mutants, Maddie from Long Island.
Fellas, Obi, Uppy, bunch of fucking beauties. It's Maddie from Long Island. Got a good story about Billy Smith. I met him back in the 90s in one of the old NHL stores that used to be around. I'm waiting in line to meet him. Right in front of me is this kid with his dad, and his dad's a Rangers fan. Go in line. Billy talks to the kid, looks at the dad, looks at his hat. Oh, Rangers fan, eh? All right. Here, let me give you one of these. Picks up one of his headshot posters, signs it for him, puts a long message on there. Hey, there you go. Have a good one. I meet Billy, biggest beauty in the world. Get a picture, get a poster, chop it up. I'm wearing my hockey jersey from my league, beanie, asked me if I play, giving me tips and all that. Biggest beauty in the world. Talked to me for probably about 5 minutes. Get out of the line, go up to the dad, ask him, what do you put on your poster? And he shows me. One since World War II. Go Isles. Billy Smith. Be cool to hear if you guys have a good story about that. Someone you either met while you were in the show or before that. Be cool to hear. Great pod, fellas. Keep it going. Rest in peace to Jimmy Hayes. Missin Curfew fucks.
Rest in peace, Jimmy Scoops Hayes, 100%. Maddie from Long Island?
Maddie from Long Island.
What the fuck did he say? What did Billy Smith write?
Who knows?
One since World War II.
Not since World War II?
One
since World War II. Oh, the Rangers winning the cup.
Then they got one.
Then they got one. Then Mess went in there with his big cock slinging around the dressing room.
He sure did.
And they won one.
Right down Broadway.
I will say this about Billy Smith from what I heard, and Collins actually told me a lot of stories about this guy, but he loves his beers, right? Loves his beers. Like such a competitor that wouldn't even shake hands after they lost and shit. Like that much of a maniac he was, I guess.
I pulled up a picture of him. The guy looks like a serial killer.
Good idea.
With the fucking stash and the handlebars. I mean, you wouldn't want to put too many past him. He might fucking chop you down with this Sherwood, this 1975 Sherwood, this black thing.
Look at this fucking haircut. Oh, that's not him. Look at this style here, Updogg. I could have got a few on old Billy Smith here. Look at that helmet.
Legendary. That's a great jersey though.
Islanders.
That one right there that they got, like that orange, fire truck orange there with the baby blue. It's nice touch.
We've talked about the old Nassau Coliseum a lot on this podcast. I love that barn.
Played my first game there.
Yeah, I loved it.
Great barn.
And they were shit when I was in the league, so it was always nice to go in there and kick the shit out of them.
Good cheerleaders though.
Do they have good cheerleaders?
Come on.
The Islanders?
The Islanders? Yeah, they used to get dressed right next to.
Really?
Yeah.
In Long Island?
Right there at Nassau.
No shit.
Right where you come out, you used to have to walk past their room and their stick room. Then you get to yours, stinky as can be.
Yeah,
and right like on the hallway out, just to the right where the bikes would be, it would be us, the referees' dressing room. They'd hang out there too, checking out.
Oh yeah, where we played soccer.
Yeah. And then next to them was the
yeah. You're right.
These twins, I think.
Yeah, good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Right when we played soccer, the refs room, and then the girls were there.
Right there.
Were they like as good as Dallas?
You need to get fired up, eh? Just go out there for a couple extra 2 touches.
I'll tell you what, I was already usually fired up because I was going to the city after that game no matter what. So,
or you were coming from the city.
I was coming from the city. But Maddie from Long Island, I guess for me, when I met Iafrate, he was working for Warrior Sticks my rookie year. And he still had the Iafrate mullet.
The skullet.
Yeah. And I was like, holy fuck, Iafrate. So I was working for Warrior. I'm like, yeah, breaking it down. He's like, so you're a rookie, eh, O'Brien? I'm like, yeah, I'm a rookie. He's like, fucking enjoy it, bud. Before you know it, you're going to be, selling sticks for Warrior. And I was like, yeah, sure, Ally, old bitter fuck. Man, was he right. I mean, before I knew it, I was like 6 years in my league. And I would look back and think about Iafrate. That was like, I was like 10 games in my career. And he's like, you're a rookie kid. You better enjoy this because before you know it, you're going to be doing a podcast with your buddy Upshall with Binger and Maxie in the studio with you.
Iafrate was like the Randy Johnson of the NHL.
Just wooden stick clappers.
Tall, shoots it as hard as he can.
No
Probably
bucket.
well-liked guy. He was a well-liked guy.
Gotta be a good teammate.
Right?
Got it. Do you guys know what Iafrate looks like? Google Iafrate while you guys are back there so you can pick up what we're putting out there. I love that he would go no bucket too at the skullet. Wouldn't care.
Greasy hair.
Greasy.
He looked like Hulk Hogan.
Troy Ward, shout out to my boy Troy Ward, was my coach in Austria. So before playoffs, he's like, we're going to go around each player and they're going to pick a guy that, they think you are in the NHL. And I was like, well, I played in the NHL, Wardo, so like it's kind of hard for me here. Like, I'll just say myself. He's like, no, you got to go old school. I go, okay, listen, we'll have some fun with it. Why don't you pick a player for me, Wardo? I come into my thing, Iafrate.
He's a righty though.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah, he's a right-hand shot.
I go, Wardo, you think I'm like Iafrate? Like, I wish I shot it like that. I wouldn't be playing in Austria here with you. I'd be still in the show. But Troy Ward, Iafrate. Was he a right shot up, dog?
I got to look at it.
Never heard of a skullet. Never heard of a skullet until now, but now it all makes sense.
Yeah, he's a left shot.
He is, eh?
Yeah.
My bad.
Look at this picture of him. Yeah, there's a perfect skullet right there. Isn't that something, Maxie?
It's good. That's some.
I will say.
Do you call that National League?
Yeah, he was.
I mean, when you rock it with that much swag, it's National League. I do got the monkey bum going like his, though. I'm going to catch him soon on the old back end of this skullet here.
I don't know. Now you've been looking. Your hair's been looking good.
So? Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, that's just you're a good team guy.
Keep it rocking, bud.
You're a good team guy. Iafrate. Troy Ward told me I remind him of Iafrate. I took that as a compliment, Wardo. I love you. Listen to the pod. Troy Ward. Awesome. Troy G. Ward. You would have loved playing for this guy, Ups. Chill. One time, Wardo, I'll never forget. We're in Abbotsford. This is when I'm back down the Jungie. Playoffs, and we're just getting peppered. He would come in, and we're sitting there after the period. You take your stuff off, and he just comes in his suit and sits on the floor and leans up against that studio, and he's like, "You know what, boys? Everyone just chill. Everyone just take a deep breath, and let's just fucking chill here. All right? It's just a game. We're just playing." And he's sitting here, and we're all just kind of like, I'm like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen for a coach with young guys. After I'm like, boys, you don't even know how cool that just was there. Yeah. That's awesome, right? I've had coaches come in and fucking call you a cocksucker and flip that garbage can.
Start breaking pens for everything, yeah.
He sat down. Wardo, I love you. Like you told me, he grabbed the short fork. He had a little bit of a barrel on him, and he was sitting there with his barrel. But he was a great coach. He actually, he made me like hockey again after all my stuff I went
That's
through.
Good. Yeah, you need people like that around teams. Yeah.
Right? Troy G. Ward.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's how he would sign his card too. Troy G. Ward. Maddie, thanks for the call, fella. Iafrate, you're a beauty. Skullet. Love it. Who's next, Maxie?
Next is Shoresy from Hamilton.
Fellas, Shoresy here from the Hammer, Hamilton, Ontario. Obes knows had the AHL team back in the day, the Bulldogs. He's probably mixing up down at Hess Street, Sizzle and Koi, top floor at Koi. That's where all the Rockets hang out. Anyways, love the pod. Keep up the good work. 2 questions for you here, if you don't mind. One, who is your dream foursome? I know you guys talk about golf lots. Updogg's an absolute stick. So who would you love to play around at golf with? Dream foursome. And secondly, love the game nowadays. It's so fast. It's so good. People are so skilled. But I still think about, I got that itch. I used to play back in the day, still talking about it. But who would be the guy, if you could lace them up for one game, that you would just love to fight? And I know we're all hockey guys. We're buddies after. You can have a beer and everyone's a bunch of beauties. But is there one guy in the league right now you just would love to lace it up and fucking go him center ice, buckets off, let the crowd go go and chuck some knuckles, just let me know. Anyways, keep up the good work, fellas. Love the show, and have a good holiday season. Keep it between the mustard and mayo, and keep your stick on the ice. Peace.
Fucking one-liners.
Shoresy, fuck, you want a job for a podcast, Shoresy, or what? I know the guy. I would love to beat the wheels off.
He's just at that steel mill there in the hammer and just working away and chirping guys.
Just drinking fucking Labatt, having a time.
How many Labats is he sneaking into work, you think?
12.
At least.
Right in his little duffel.
Yeah.
Shoresy,
Warm.
I know the guy I would love to go toe-to-toe with, Murphy, the D-man for the Chicago Blackhawks.
I hated him.
I would love right now.
I had his dad as a coach
just
too.
Go out there and give him a little tap and say, "You think you're tough, eh? Come on over here for a sec, fella." And I would just grab down the pipe and I would throw rights as hard as I could. And there's another defenseman for the LA King called Durzy, D-U-R-Z-I.
He rubs you the wrong way.
Love to pump his eyes shut too if I could. Those are the two guys that jump out to me when I watch them play. Right now, those are two D-men that I'm like, you're just not tough. You would never be tough. Not that I was the toughest guy to ever play. I got beat up plenty of times, but I know I was tougher than those two guys.
I used to battle with Dumba.
Matty Dumba.
Yeah, we had some good battles.
He's going to get traded probably.
He's going to get traded, yeah. Like St. Louis Mini, we had some good wars, playoffs one year. And anyway.
Is there anyone you watch now that think about like, so you
that
watch,
he's just, yeah.
What about Pugliarvi? Would you like to fucking grab him? I almost feel bad for this guy now. I almost feel bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, I almost feel bad
like he's, the crazy thing is he doesn't have a bad bone in his body.
I know.
He needs to.
I know.
There's like some guys out there that they don't have any bad bones in their body. He can't really rely on them to get like out of their comfort zone, you know? You'll never make that guy's wires cross. I don't even think he'd get pissed off if someone like fucked his girlfriend. Right? Or someone like Elbow McDavid right in front of him. Would he even be mad?
Hey, Pugliarvi, Upshall fucked your girl last night. Go get him. That's okay, man. Don't worry about it. I'll be scared guy.
Like he doesn't have a bad bone in his body.
No, I know. He doesn't have too many fucking athletic ones either by the look of it. He should have been like a downhill skier or something maybe. Uppy, think about like teams that you watch a lot. I'm thinking Oilers. There's got to be a guy throughout the way that you've said you'd want to grab. I'm trying to think, but
I mean,
there's got to be.
Like the little pigeon.
Well, you said Murphy too. You said Murphy too, the guy from.
Yeah, well, that's because since day one he was.
Did you play against him?
Yeah. I played against him, and then, like I said, I had his dad, so I knew him as a young kid. He might have been 14 or 15 when I was playing for his pops. Who else?
I don't know.
Gudis.
I mean, Gudis. Still, eh?
God. The guy cheap shotted me more than anyone in the history of hockey.
Yeah.
Elbows and sticks and knees.
Fact he's still playing.
Crazy. I thought that one year after the playoffs where he turned literally 100 pucks over for, was it it was the year maybe Philly lost early.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy, finally. But sure enough, another job.
There. I'll tell you what, Shoresy, whatever night I watch a game too, there's usually a couple guys on the ice that affect my bet.
Yeah.
You know, in a negative way that I'm like, I'd like to kill this fucking guy. Get the fucking puck out. Get it out.
I don't know. There's a lot of,
You know who I would like to grab? And this is a straight bully move too, Shoresy. This is a straight bully move. Ingvall from Toronto. If I played against him.
Because he'd be trying to take you wide all the time.
Yeah, he doesn't fight.
He's got the long neck on him.
It's a bully move. But I would just be like in his grill the whole time. Like, you're such a pussy. That's what.
See, I think you're looking at the guys you could like push their buttons and they won't do anything.
Yeah. Does that mean I'm a bully? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all right. It's hockey.
It's hockey. And Shoresy,
there's bullies out there.
You're right about one thing. Hamilton, McMaster's University, had a night there when I was with the San Antonio Rampage back down after being in the league. Stumbled onto a party there. Unbelievable. I was older too. I was 32.
Yeah. Great
time. McMaster University. Hamilton. Home with Brian McGrattan. Hamilton.
Yeah.
What's he called Hamilton? Something Campbell.
Remember Brad Tilley? Remember
Brad Tilley? No. D-man? Sounds like a D-man.
Number 4. He played for the Admirals with me. He won with us in 03, but then he played with us for a couple more years. He's from Hamilton.
Brad Tilley. So did I play against him? Must have.
Yeah, it's great guy.
Yeah.
Always had a dip in. Lefty.
Bigger and
he kind of played the game like Scottie Niedermayer, like a poor man's Scottie Niedermayer.
Very poor.
Well, yeah. I guess if you're going to compare like that, yes. But he is a legend.
I think I got my earphones on the wrong ears. No, I don't. Dream Foursome, Updogg. Dream Foursome.
Dream Foursome.
This is tough. I don't know this question. I'm going to write down what just came to me.
Yeah,
I don't know. And my Dream Foursome would have obviously you and Lupul in it if it was my last round of golf I was ever going to play. Upshall, Lupul, Tom Doherty, Evan Knapp. I don't know. The list would go on and on. It'd be tough. Dream Foursome came to me. I said Tiger Woods, John Daly, and our girl Paige. And I'm riding in the cart with
someone get that calendar away from He's been looking at the calendar too
There's
much.
the fucking calendar. I'm riding in the car. I don't want a caddy. I don't want a fucking caddy. I'm riding in the cart with Paige. I got the tunes going.
Would you ride or would you walk?
With Paige, I'm riding.
Yeah.
You want to make it last longer?
Well, you things are bouncing around the cart. She drops her phone. Hey, I'll get the phone for you. Hey, I'll grabs her cocktail. Hey, put the arm around. You never know what happens in the cart. You never know.
You're like, hey, can you fluff this up a bit? You're talking about your ball, right? Yeah, totally.
Tiger, Daly, Paige Sopranik. I don't even know how to say her last name. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that was good enough.
Close enough.
What's her Instagram page, Renee? No.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Ball Paige.
I think all our listeners know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
a nice foursome.
That just came to me right now here doing curfew calls. If I sat down and really thought about it, Paige would have been number one. Paige would have been number one. But Updogg, what about you? I know I would be in your foursome if it was your last round of golf, right? Because you want my money.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
It was well said.
Yeah.
It's tough to do it, but yeah, I would try to take your cash, even though you won't play me heads up anymore. But
I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was good for
our business.
For our business?
Yeah, that's true.
And our friendship.
Okay.
But I was more worried about our business than anything. And then because when you're playing indies, guys, to give you a real quick thing going up. So when you play team games, things that are good in a team game, the putt wise, are not necessarily good in an indie game, right? So a team game, Max says, oh, that's good. Up says, that's not good with me. So now I'm already fuming, right? Because it's already been given to me good by my team game. And now he's going to make me putt it, which he has every right to do that. Every right to do it. My Irish blood and just my short fuse, I decided that I didn't think it was smart for me and you to play indies anymore. And I would say our golf experiences have been better.
Totally. Yeah. And I will agree that there is a Irish short fuse in our boy.
Nobody's seen that more than you and probably, Christina Carabini.
Yeah.
You're the two people that have probably seen it the most.
Mine would be Tiger Woods. It would be,
Paige Renee.
It would be, and you know what? I'm throwing Max Homa in there now.
Oh, look at you. Way to go.
I'm throwing Max Homa in there.
Fuck, what a guy you are. Max is a beauty.
And then I kind of I don't know if Roger Federer would want to play golf with me or not.
Maybe pickleball.
Yeah. Pickleball, maybe. Am I supposed to throw a chick in there? I should probably throw a chick in there.
No, it's your Dream Force. You don't have to do anything. Paige, I already got Paige. So you get.
Yeah, I know.
We should play 36 maybe.
Yeah, we should play 36. Yeah, I agree. 36. I think the dream round is emergency, at least an emergency 9. Yeah. So you're not finished after 18.
I mean, I don't even have Wayne Gretzky in mind. I mean, I like Wayne Gretzky should be in there.
99.
Russ Courtnall.
Rusty, babe.
It's a hard question, but those are the guys that came to my mind.
Yeah,
ladies.
Gretzky's good. We're going to get to see how good Gretzky's game is here coming up next week.
I know.
Which is going to be great.
I can't wait.
So that will clip him off the
books. So Tiger, Homa, you need one more.
And
Donald Trump.
The bumper.
And Donald, just say it up, and Donald Trump.
No, you know what? Who else would be there? Who else is there?
Phil.
Yeah,
DJ.
I already played with Phil.
Yeah, you did.
I haven't played with...
already played with Jordan. Already played with Phil.
Well, they can still be in your dream foursome, can't they?
Yeah, I'd like to make up a new foursome.
Gotcha.
He's already checked that box. You gotta.
Yeah,
you're gonna dream. You
gotta. Rory, no.
Yeah, not anymore. Rory's starting to tick me off a little bit. Big win he had this weekend.
Ricky Fowler.
I'm not sure, but I heard Fowler's going to be our honorary the next couple weeks here at Big Canyon. Down the stretch,
I guess that's the first I heard about that.
Yeah. You get a round out with that guy.
Yeah.
No, so anyway, I'm going to keep it at Tiger.
You're going to keep a spot open.
Max, and then I got a spot.
Okay, if anyone's out there, Updogg's got a spot.
I got a spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Paige plays 36 that day. Well, just if she's got 18 left there.
Maybe she's got a friend she wants to. You know? I don't know.
Shoresy, great question. Speaking of Shoresy, you ever watch that fucking show? Shoresy?
I watched the first episode. I sent it to you and I said, this is absolutely outrageous what the guys are saying.
I don't think it was.
How were they allowed to put that on television?
Yeah, people are watching that, eh?
I think so.
Anyways, great call, Shoresy, McMaster's University. Good scenery around there.
Fellas, it's your favorite beer league hockey team, the OG Missin Curfew Hell Skells. When you boys come into New York City, we want you, the Updogg, and Obes behind the bench. We're making the playoff push. Championship season's coming up. Let us know. You're always welcome to have some beers with the boys and grab your first wins behind the bench. Take care, boys.
Oh, we just
Sounds
got a
like a
job.
nice
if
guy.
if Missin Curfew doesn't work out, we can go coach these boys.
How much
The
you
Hell
paying?
Skells.
The Hells?
The Hell Skells Beer League team.
Oh, I think I
Hell
follow
Skells.
these guys maybe.
Yeah,
Hold on here. They
yeah.
give out this guy fuck shirt, I think, when they win. Hold on here.
I think they want us to coach.
Hells.
Hells.
Yeah, I follow these guys. They give out a this guy fuck shirt to the player of the game and a pink Whitney. These guys, when you think men's league hockey, this is a compliment, boys. These are these guys. Like shirts off in the room, boilers hanging out, beer, exhausted after playing. All the good stuff you think about men's league. And they actually have a picture of this Shoresy guy up here, Never Lose Again. And the guy from Shoresy. Are they having a good year?
Hell Skells.
Yeah, who you asking?
Yeah, I'm actually.
I think I'm just talking to myself here. I'm going through their little 6-5 win there. Oh, no.
What do they got on the fucking?
They lost
Are you on
6-5
Instagram
too.
there?
Yeah, the tough league here. They're just this team, Hell Skells versus Team 9. That's like Mighty Ducks. What were they called? District 5 before that?
So a lot of good battles.
If anyone wants to sponsor Team 9 out there, give them a fucking holy fuck, boys. Team 9. Well, anyways, Team 9 beat Hell Skells 6-3. They're from Hell's Kitchen, New York, Updogg.
I figured that with the name.
Like here they are, just crushing beers after the win.
Nice.
Yeah, like this is like when you think men's league, you think Hell's Kitchen.
I think drinking beer like that.
Yeah, and let's see if I can find you. I mean, they haven't been giving out many this guy fucks jerseys. I guess they haven't been winning enough. But anyways, what was there a question there, or what was he just saying?
He wanted us to come coach.
Invite.
Yeah.
It hasn't got to that yet, but maybe we'll keep you posted. Right? We'll keep you posted. But yeah, I follow you boys on Instagram. Keep her going. Hell's Kitchen, Hell Skells. What we got, Maxie?
Obes, this one's just for you. This fan wrote this in. Fellas, big fan of the show. This is from Josh Klein. This question's for Obes. What was going through your head in the 2009 Western Conference semifinals when you had a showtime one-on-one before he buried a backhander for the Hattie in the clincher? From a longtime Scoopsies fan. Rest in peace.
Gotcha.
Showtime. Who's that?
Well, he's talking about Patty Kane, where Patty Kane went spin, backhand. I mean, you want to pull the goal up. He didn't really walk me. Game was over. Series was over. Lou fucking should have had it. But he came in, he spun, backhand, Patty Kane, 5-hole.
Oh, he scored on it?
It was game 6. It was he came in.
Yeah, I know exactly.
He might be able, I don't know if he can find it. So he comes in. My gap probably wasn't great. He came in. I forced him this way. He went backhand, spinner, and just spun it right in 5-1 Lou. But I believe that was to go up 3 on us. I mean, if I was out there at the end of the game, the series was over. Let's just say that. And the fucking madhouse. And that was it. They beat us in 6, and then they beat us in 6 the next year. But I will say this. Louis should have had it. What was his name?
This was from Josh Klein.
Josh, you would have to agree with me. I watched the Canucks play the Blackhawks this year, and it's the rivalry is not quite what it used to be.
It's not.
It's not quite. There's no Duncan Keith and
Burroughs.
Burroughs.
Some fires under some guys' asses.
There's no Boley slashing the Twins. There's no me and Bufflin and Eager coming at Bieksa and someone spitting in someone's face. What has happened to the rivalry of the Canucks?
Nobody was safe out there.
Nobody.
Not a girlfriend, not a team, nobody.
Some of the shit that was said out there.
It was, yeah. Anything goes.
Anything goes. Anything goes. So
playoff hockey.
Thanks for bringing up old wounds, but yeah, Patty Kane, man. What are you going to say, Patty Kane?
I mean, it's kind of cool to get walked by Patty Kane.
Hey, listen, you know me a long time. I tell you if you walked me. He didn't necessarily. You know who did walk me? You want to find a nice little TikTok? Look up Alish Hemsky. Tyson Berry. Bears his first couple games. I go, Bears, whatever you do, just if I'm underneath you, come back to me. Don't go up the wall because then I'm flat-footed. Tyson Berry, the coach, Dave Quinn's in his ear. Bears goes up the wall, hits his stick right to Alish Hemsky, and I'm flat-footed, and he fucking... You remember. Like his hands were nasty.
Yeah, they were.
That was getting walked.
Yeah.
That was getting walked. So Binger, if you're looking for TikTok, what was that guy's name again, Max? Or I'm going
Josh Klein.
Hey Josh, fuck off, bud. Thanks for the call.
All right, this one's for Updogg now.
Oh, nice.
So that's a quick story for you. A buddy of mine who was in town as a caddy, and we're watching some of the sandbaggers on YouTube with the Chicklets boys, and he goes, "Hey, you ever heard of fucking Scottie Upshall?" And I go, "Oh yeah, bud. I fucking listen to their podcast all the time, Missin Curfew." He goes, "Buddy, I was caddying for him at Butler out in Chicago. Buddy was looking for the 19th hole after 18. He was going wild on Tinder. So, Updogg, 1, is that true? And 2, how'd you do? Cheers, boys."
My man.
I played Butler with you. I was there with that. That was probably our My Morning Jacket trip.
Yeah,
right? Where we played
it was
Medina.
a great time. It was
no.
Butler. Shifsky.
Yeah, our boy Ryan Schiffer, fan of the pod.
We played there a few times. So I guess if his boy did caddy for me and I was, in my heyday there.
I would say a lot about, I would say I've never once ever seen you really work an app over,
No,
really
I wasn't going to say I was never on the Tinder thing when Raya came out originally.
Raya's a different, Raya's a National League app.
That was a National League app.
It's a National League app.
And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's because you weren't invited.
Yeah.
One
of my favorite things
that
has ever happened in the history of my life is when Flowers got denied on Raya. it was literally, I don't get it, Oaks. Because you're not a fucking athlete. You're not famous and no one gives a fuck about you. What do you mean? You're fucking denied because that's exactly where you fucking belong. All right? Go back to fucking Tinder, you fucking mutant. All right?
Yeah.
But I would say you were probably working the gram or you were working Twitter or if you're on 18, I played enough golf to know with you that whatever the caddy was saying, you were looking at that phone on 14. Getting ready for where we were going.
I can say there was a day where I was curious of what was going on that Raya app for an extended amount of time, but it takes up a lot of your time.
Listen, when Luke's...
But I was never a dating app type of guy.
No, you weren't.
I was old school.
We never needed to. The Raya app, I thought, was a game changer, though.
Yeah.
Didn't have as much success as I thought I would have.
I actually had it when I was in St. Louis, too. So in St. Louis, there was no one, I guess... you're talking about how Flowers didn't get denied. A lot of people in St. Louis were getting denied on that thing too.
For sure.
So I was like, I'm spending time on this talking to a girl that was in, New York or Miami or, LA. That was where they all were.
It's funny you say that. I make fun of Flowers, but I am on Raya. Then I get sent down to the jungle and now I'm meeting all these girls and they're in all those places you said. And they're like, well, when are you coming through Miami? I said, sorry, I'm going to be in Oklahoma City and fucking,
I'll be in
fucking
Utica.
Bakersfield and Utica. You want to come by and see if we can have a fucking glass of wine there? So as much as I make fun of Flowers, I wasn't really reaping the benefits.
It wasn't perfect, but that was original. And now like, I can't imagine what it's like.
Listen, I'll tell you what, I went back to the Raya after I broke up with my ex-girlfriend or, whoever broke up with her. I guess she probably broke up with me if you want to call it officially. First thing I thought is, if I'm going to be honest with the girls that are looking, it's time to change the pictures. I thought that was probably the first honest thing, right? Like I had pictures up of when I was on my playing weight, National League.
Yeah.
Change the pictures.
What kind of photo?
Not a lot of bites. Not a lot of bites. I thought, listen, I got to maybe get in the studio and get some nice lighting, some angles, maybe.
Well, I was gonna ask, like when doctoring up like a nice new profile for someone, whether it's a listener or it's you, it's someone. What are we going with? We going with like an action shot, or are we doing with like a puppy, a dog, or
you would do it with a puppy for sure.
Are we doing like anyone else in the photos? Or are they just single photos? What do you think the game plan was?
It's a great question. I mean, when I set up my Raya app back in the day, I had the picture of me and you and Loops on the entourage.
Show that we're,
National Leaguers.
Yeah.
Couple with my shirt off from Cabo, right?
Of course.
Like those pictures, they don't exist anymore. And quite frankly, I don't take
would you own like another shot of you with your top off? Like when you get a good tan going, would you not fire that out? Yeah, just to fire that out there. Some girls might love it.
I put a couple up for my trip through Italy there. You can't tone it, tan it trip.
Okay.
All about angles.
So right now
couple chirps about the belly button, little deep belly button. I said
the deep ski.
I don't know.
Could you fill it up with cinnamon toast crunch and fire some?
I don't think so. That's not quite that deep.
Oh, all right.
Fuck. I think at the good angle with a good tan, I think you can make me.
Okay, so that's a maybe with the tarp off. But what other kind of photos?
So I'm just saying, I don't do it. I'm not on Raya anymore. I physically have the app here. Now, this is probably a year ago that I was like, all right, I'm back. I'm single. I'm going to fucking get back in the game. Here I go. Couple crickets from the Raya app. So I said, listen, maybe I'm not an app guy anymore. I got to get out there and actually compete. So I got back out there and started competing. And, things have been okay. But when I was rocking Raya when it first came out, it was pictures about trying to show how cool you are.
Totally.
I'm going here. I'm going there. I play in the NHL. I got money. I got a watch. I got this. I got Cialis. What else you need? Come on over.
She doesn't need much help.
Come on. Let's go.
A frozen bag of peas. Hey, let me ask you this though. So if you were to give, a listener, maybe younger, maybe older, maybe guys getting divorced or something, would you be able to give him better advice on how to pick up chicks online, or would it be more like the one-on-one style at a bar? And then, because a lot of guys probably don't have the balls to meet the girl and then, be able to deliver the right message without maybe texting nowadays. Yeah.
I think if you're single nowadays and you're coming out like of a divorced guy and you're older, like there's got to be some of these apps that not even Raya. There's got to be like
teaches you
like a rich person app. Right? Like, okay, you're divorced. I'm divorced. In fact, I know there's one in Orange County. I know there's one. Because a couple of my people I know have tried it to where like you got to be a successful older man and a successful older woman and they want to get on there and they just want to fuck.
Have you done the Orange County one where it's like millionaire thing and like it's usually like an older woman and a younger guy. It's like a Cougar app.
No.
But the women are rich. I got some buddies on it that live in Newport.
Wow.
That are like
there you go.
In their late 20s or whatever, and they're going out with women in their 40s and 50s that are loaded.
You want to send me that app, please?
Yeah.
You've had an extra pair of gloves this whole time? Maxie, I've known you for 3 fucking years. This is the first time you say it to me?
I'd love to track how
Fire that over to me.
I'd love to track how many downloads we'd have on this app from all our listeners.
I got the Raya app here
County.
right on the iPad. It just says if you want to apply for membership, and then it says anyone but Larry Flowers. It still says that. I think, listen, and
I can always give guys better advice on the one-on-one stuff.
I'll tell you what, the apps. I've had apps throughout my playing career. When I went back down to the jungle, there was this app called Hinge that I used on the road.
Hinge, yeah. I think that's the guys still use. Yeah.
The problem with the app, in my opinion, is like girls that think we're actually gonna, we're not just fucking. Like, come on, it's an app. Right? Are we not what's going on here?
The boys are laughing because they know exactly that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a very true statement.
It's just like, hey, listen, babe. We met on the app. We had a nice time.
Yeah, but
can I take you seriously here?
No, let me just throw this at you because I know for a fact that it's the other way around too. I bet you these girls get, the guy, finally they meet up and the guy like tries to play this like sweetheart thing. And she's like, guy, I have you out here to do one thing and one thing only.
Touch your...
touch me tits, or
bend
something.
over, touch your toes. I'll show you where the wild goose goes. So you think there's girls? In my app experience,
I mean that's that's why they're on there too. Like,
I've retired from the app game. I'm officially retired from the app game.
I know you are.
But I would say during my experience with the apps, you text them and they say, hey, you want to come over and meet up, and I'm not just going to come right to your house. Well, what the fuck you want to do? You want to go, for dinner or what? Like, well, what are you looking for? I'm on an app. What the fuck do you think I'm looking for here, right? Like, what are you talking about, Updogg? So to me, I never had great success with them.
Yeah.
I was just...
I missed them. I actually, I just flew right through them, tornado style.
Instagram,
I didn't even need it.
Instagram to me was the home run of home runs, right? Like that way a girl follows you, you're like, here we go. Yeah. I'm in it. I'm in the game.
Yeah, you can kind of build your personality a little bit.
They're normal people. You can just talk normally to them. The whole app thing to me was never...
Very hard to get catfished.
Very hard to get catfished.
Right?
Very hard to get catfished.
Unless they're, complete crooks.
Yeah. So, Updogg, you think there's girls out there as well that these guys meet them and they want to date them and they're just like, listen, I just came here for you to go downstairs on me and fucking make me come a couple times and I'm out of here? Or what do you think?
I think the writing's on the wall with it all.
I thought that's what I thought.
I think the people, and as we're learning, as all these social media platforms are getting, kind of the onion peeled back of what's been going on, I bet you these algorithms within these dating apps they funnel to the ones that are just trying to hit check marks all the time.
Yeah.
And I bet you if you got some stats out, there'd be a lot more girls doing the checkies than the guys.
That just say, listen, I work 9 to 5. Well,
Yeah,
listen,
it's
let's
just-
think
it's
about
hard
it.
now,
If you're like, what do you, Max, you got a girlfriend, Binger? You got a girlfriend? No. You work somewhat hard.
I think I try.
No, but let's say you're a woman or a man that you work 9 to 5 all day.
Yeah.
How the
Stress
fuck
reliever.
how are you supposed to meet somebody? Right.
tough.
So I think the apps. Are you on an app or you want to tell us?
I was about to say, I'm literally in this scenario right now where the last like 2 to 3 months, I've met a girl on Hinge and I'm not trying to date. I'm not trying to date at all. I've explained that to her.
Yeah.
She was like, let's just keep it super casual. But then it's what you said. Every day it's, do you want to hang out? Do you want to hang out? And I tell her, I drive an hour and a half to and from work. I get home at 8 every night. I don't want to hang out. I generally just want to be on my couch by myself.
Exactly.
Like
stoned with a fucking bidon, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this, Binger.
I'm with you on that.
What in the perfect scenario? I mean, absolutely perfect. What's that first interaction like with this one? That you've now, I don't know how many minutes or hours you put into this conversation with this chick to hang out, but like ideally for you in the perfect scenario, what's the best first initial?
Like when I first meet them?
Yeah. Well, yes. Like or this one. What's an ideal night that you'd in your mind?
I think what Obi said were like the first time it was my first ever time doing Hinge or any type of app, like meeting anyone random basically. And it was what Obi said. Like she was like, do you want to come over? I was like, let's go get food first. Let's go get dinner first. Cause I don't know you. Yeah. Let's get finger food.
Finger
if you
food
know
is
what
good
I mean.
because no. Finger food's good because it's very.
Was that like Carl's Jr. or something? Or
no,
what?
I mean like, eat over some guac and chips. No, Mexicans are great. Like
we went to Mexican. So we got you get
Mexicans
Mars and you get chips and
Mexican
salsa.
can turn on you when you get home though. You gotta be worried about.
You don't order
away from the spicy.
You don't order the cheesy burrito.
Like if you get a little fucking salsa, then you get her home. We're like,
you know why I say that? Is I also say that because
this guy never shits or farts.
You can escape a dinner with finger food. You can escape there. You could be like, you don't have to wait for the different appetizers and the fucking, the fancy.
So you're saying once the chip and guac hits the table
and you're not into this chick,
you're
you can
out
bounce.
the side door.
You can be done.
You're like, hey, one more cerveza. By the way, I got to take a piss real quick. Gone. And you stick her with just the chips and guac and one beer. It's not going to break her.
Well, you just say, listen, this was an appetizer. I'm actually going to go meet some friends for the real dinner. But, or if this is going to play out, then you're like, hey, guys want to order some tacos? Or,
I was just going to say you have dinner and then you just tell her you're not coming over after. Not
no,
leave
but like you can get out of there immediately.
Back up the truck here.
Yeah.
You were going to tell her at the chips and guac.
Let's go for a drink and grab some food.
Okay. So when the chips and guac come.
Yeah.
Now you don't like her.
Yeah. Okay.
So now you're saying, listen, babe, nice to meet you. Enjoy the chips and guac.
You just hang with the chips and guac. When the waiter comes back, asks if you need anything else. You just go, I think we're fine for now. And you don't let her go.
You know what, Jose? We're all right, fella. We're all right.
No, but you kind of politely say like, no, I'm good. Do you want another drink? No, okay, that's good. Because I was probably going to go meet some people.
I got to drive.
But you just can escape. There's a good escape plan rather than being like fake answer like, oh, I got an emergency. Yeah. I got to get out of here. You just say, listen, that was fun. How was chips and guac and see you later. Right? It's been a while since I've, obviously. Listen, and again, take this,
This is a great tip.
It's a good tip.
It's a great tip.
You don't want to get caught at a 3-hour dinner with someone you don't like.
Okay, what if you live in Canada and there's not a lot of Mexican options?
No, there is.
Mr. Sub or what?
Yeah, Subway's good. Can you imagine Subway first date? Oh, the cold cut trio there.
Extra
foot long.
Extra guac. Easy on the extra guac there, babe. I don't know if we're fucking quite there yet.
You like Dijon, huh?
Yeah. Can I get this spicy sauce on there? Lay off the spicy sauce. Hey, Updogg, I got the top 10. This is just Googled. Top 10 dating apps, right?
Yeah.
It starts off, one's called Zoosk. Number 1, Elite Singles, eHarmony. Now, I think if you're setting up,
still going on.
I think if you set up for eHarmony, you're looking for love. That sounds like love. eHarmony, like Silver Singles.
Poor people.
Silver Singles. That sounds like a bunch of 5s and 6s that are just looking to fuck. If you're a bogey, come on Silver Singles. Stir. Not sure what that means. Match.com. That one I think is also 8.7, looking for love. Our Time. That's looking for love too.
Yeah, that's a tough name there.
Number 8, I'm not going to say. Number 9's called J-Date, but down here at number 10 here is called Be Naughty.
Now,
Now there's an app that I think people are looking
you can get around that thing. Yeah.
Just be naughty.
Yeah. They could have a good slogan for that.
Right. I think that's the app where you go on there and say, listen,
we're not here to
go have guacamole.
Yeah. Well, it ends at the guac. Let's get to it.
All right, we got one more written one coming in here. This one's a little longer, but I think you guys will love this story from Kyle Quigley. Subject Whiskey A Go-Go. Hey fellas, love the pod. Keep up the awesome work. I'm in belly laughs half the time I listen. Gonna get right into her here. Bunch of the boys head to Whiskey's early Sunday around 5 p.m. Girls are doing their first round on stage. Of course, we were sitting perv row. One girl bends over in front of me and tells me to let her have it. I slapped this girl's ass so hard she probably still feels it. Later in the night, they're on their second turn. She hauls me on stage with her friend, lays me down, and tells me, "This is payback, pal." Club is full at this point. She pulls my pants off, rips my boxers to shit. This broad spits in my asshole, spanks me just as hard as I did her, and kicks me off stage. Wondering if you fellas ever made the trip to Whiskey's and have any crazy ripper stories. Cheers, fellas. Keep up the sick pod. Quigs.
Quigsy.
Well done with the read there, Max.
Maxie, great job. That's
kind of like listening to Siri talk to me when I put the mail version.
That's a new. It stops me from having to read them too. So that's a new. That's guaranteed moving forward. Maxie's reading. Maybe Bigger jump in and read a couple too, eh?
Sounds like this guy's got a nice little setup here.
Where's the Whiskey Go-Go? Yeah. Toronto? That's Toronto, right? Whiskey Go-Go?
I've never been.
It's Toronto.
My answer to that is I've never been, but holy shit, I guess I'd get ready.
I'm trying to think of the first strip club I went to. It was in Belleville. What was it called? The Cabaret. First song I remember walking into it. First song I ever heard in a strip club. Purple Rain. This girl pulls out the purple blanket. It's just like purple rain, purple rain. She's just fucking spread eagle up dog. And I'm like 17 playing hockey with Harksy. I'm like, holy fuck, boys. I'll have a beer. Give me a fucking beer. Purple rain, purple rain.
I think
I was just
everyone
like, holy fuck. And you know, back home,
what a great description of every guy's first experience at a strip club. I hope everyone else gets that. That feeling of excitement that Obi just had, right?
I was with Brandon Harksy, I love you. Mikey McEwen, I know a couple other boys from the Rink Quinny Red Devils, 17 years old. Hey, give me a pitcher of beer and fucking give me that toonie, many loonies as many loonies as you can give me. Purple rain, purple rain. I went right to the front ups just like this. And at that time, I was fucking hooked, boys. At that time, I was fucking hooked. Oh, man.
He's hooked.
I was hooked. I'm right. All that hard work that Pam and Pat did and St. Mary's High School did or secondary school. But I went in there.
Right out the window.
I went, this is a lot better than what they're saying. Purple rain, purple rain. Oh, Harksy, you remember the night, eh? What a night it was.
Fuck. Thanks.
Listen, I'm still fighting the battle.
Thank you for that.
I'm still at Spearmint Rhino fighting the same battle I was fighting that. Oh, that was funny. I don't even know how we got going there or whatever, but that was good times.
We'll get it back to some hockey here.
I think that's more fun than hockey. Do you think people want to listen up?
Uncle Buck up here in Connecticut. Laugh at the name, but that's what I go by. I'm just wondering if you guys got any good prank stories. You know, that some of the vets played on the rooks. I know when I was in college, the seniors put icy hot in my jock strap when I was a freshman for warm-ups in my first game, so that was quite enjoyable. On another note, I heard a couple weeks ago you guys were talking about AK-27 on the podcast. I got a pretty good story. Fellas, keep doing what you're doing. Love the pod. OB, tossing a lip boomer, fella.
Is AK-27 Alex Clorn?
Yeah.
Right?
I would think so.
Yeah. Is he wearing 27? That's his Killer, right?
Killer.
By the way, how cool is that Tom Brady jersey that he signed for Killer? It was sick.
I did, yeah.
He put it on his Instagram. It was badass.
Those boys are playing Augusta right now, but him and Big Rig are sitting. They sent me a fucking picture of sitting in Butler's cabin looking at 18 green. Big Rig just had a chew in with a Bud Light sitting there. I was like, fuck, is that NHL?
Wow.
Uncle Buck. Let's talk about icy hot on your balls though, bro. Were you a Flexall guy? So boys, before you start the games, you would put Flexall. So you wear like a jock thing that holds your nuts in, right? Then you would put your cup on, and then I would wear compression shorts, right?
Yeah.
But I would put ice and Flexall all over my legs and ass and then my groins, trying to avoid your balls. But
sometimes it's inevitable.
Inevitable. That was the word I was trying to look for. Inevitably, it gets on your ball sack. Fuck.
Then you're in one.
It stings, boys. You're like getting dressed. You're like, holy fuck, Aaron, boys, I've got too much Flexall on my nuts here. Come on, Ups, let's get these fuckers. But did you do that before games?
No. But religiously, the guys who would do it, they'd come in and they put the gloves, get the gloves on.
Exactly. Not a pretty picture. My big ass leaned over trying to get my fucking left butt cheek.
I used to in like junior, and I think I did it in like Pee-wees.
You know what? Georgie Peros, the Greek god.
What would he do?
You know those like under jocks?
Yeah.
This guy, Georgie Peros, he looked like a Greek god. He would walk, and we had like a female therapist that was like over in the room, and he would just come walking in his little under jock and put the gloves on and just put Flexall all over his fucking body. Yeah. And I was just like, the girl, you could see she was like trying not to look, but she was looking like, look at the hammer on him. You know? Tough on the skin.
Tough on the skin.
But when you're not playing a lot of minutes, it keeps your legs engaged. Like, did you like near the end of your career when you were on the fourth line? Did you fucking?
No. I like to jump over the boards every TV timeout, get the legs with the sluice a little bit.
Yeah.
Now I watch that like while I'm at a game, and I think it's cheesy, but I had to because I sat on the bench a long time.
Ups, listen, I did it too. If it's cheesy or not, you might be right. You got to do it. You got to go out for a little twirl because before you know it, they're like, "O'Brien, you're up." You're like, "What?"
Totally.
It's funny. I was watching a basketball game. Celtics, Lakers. Actually, your Lakers. LeBron got fouled, by the way. But anyways,
don't get me started.
Jeff Van Gundy was talking about there's a point in the fourth quarter, and I used to say this about coaches too. There's a point in the third period where if you haven't gone to me, you're done. Don't come to me now, right? You know it as a player, too, Ups. And any good coach that has fucking half a brain and fucking a decent human being,
totally.
You get to a point where you're like, all right, O'Brien's done.
Yeah.
Don't shut me down for 12 and then throw me out there with 4 minutes left in a 1-goal game and be like, go out there. You're like, no, I don't want to go out there. I'm done. So you need to keep your legs engaged until you feel, okay, that's it. You take your chin strap off.
That was a constant just mind fuck battle, right? Too, yeah. Are we going out? Are we staying? Like, what the hell?
I would just look at Bigger and be like, we're done, aren't we? Yeah.
The worst thing for playing fourth line was when the rotation would end and it gets to you. And then like the goalie makes covers the puck with his glove and TV timeout. And then you just get cycled back to the fourth spot again. You're like, God damn.
So TV timeouts, Binger and Maxi are depth players' worst nightmare because you're going, ooh, fuck, back to the top line. And a lot of coaches, good coaches, I feel, would go to their fourth line and coming out of TV timeout, but a lot of coaches I play for go right back to the top.
Yeah.
And then you got to wait.
That's how you get the guys their minutes, though.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I know. As for pranks there, Uncle Buck up in Connecticut, I wasn't a big prank guy because I didn't want it done to me.
You had to be ready to get,
I would throw the odd leaner out, I think. The odd leaner on the hotel door. I don't know. I wasn't much of a prank.
In junior in Fort Mac, I was young, but I vividly remember because it was the first thing these guys made me do. My coach, Fran Gow at the time, I had to shoot. It was when you shoe check a guy, right?
Shoe
check. You get the ranch sauce, you put it on top of the shoe. Well, they made me like coat check this guy.
What is that? Like put it in his jacket? Put it in
his pocket. So I opened up like ketchup packets and just shoved them in his pockets. And then he fucking found out it was me. And then the next day I got to practice and I came from high school. I walked across the soccer field into the rink. I probably have like 50 minutes to get ready. And all my gear is hung up on the roof of the rink, like in different areas, shin pads over here.
On the ice?
Hockey sticks on the roof, of the ceiling of the roof.
Of where the ice is?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had to go and scaffold the whole barn and get my gear and bring it down and get ready to go on the ice for practice. And if I was 1 minute late, all the team was bag skating and doing laps on every minute I was late. And I was flying around getting my and then my shoelaces are out of the skates and my jock is cut in half and I'm running around and I'm getting I think I was like 10 minutes late and the guys had to do 10 laps and I watched the whole thing, but it was kind of part of my initiation.
So the players did that to you or the coaching?
The coach. Well, the players convinced me to check, coat check them. And then they found out, the coach found out it was me. And then I
gotcha. So the boys So the boys, because I'm thinking this poor Rook, the boys got to skate, but they couldn't be that mad at you for having to skate because they put you.
They did it. Yeah, exactly. And they were all helping me get my gear off the roof. Like there was guys over with the ladder over here, and I was getting my shin pad over here, and then wow,
I never heard that story before. Yeah, that's a great story.
That's good.
Team building. How many laps did they have to do?
10.
That's
10
not
laps. I watched it all.
Did you do 10 when you got out there?
No, they made me watch it. I said, fuck all you guys.
Fuck you boys. I'm going fucking Kamloops and the show. I ain't doing 10 fucking laps. Uncle Buck, great question, fella. Thanks for listening. Firing a lip boomer, fella.
All right, we got a question here from Monty Richardson. Fellas, I'm a rink rat out in Kelowna. Over the years, I've gotten to know and skate with a bunch of pro hockey players such as the Shen brothers, Edmondson, Mike Smith, and lots more. My question to you is, have you met any beauty rink rats, and how much respect do you have for them?
Rink rats. I mean, I was a rink rat growing up. Is that what he's kind of asking us, or like along our ways of guys that we met?
I think he's like, he met an NHLer when he was young, and like bringing us back to when we were there.
Yeah. I guess the guy that ran the rink in Port Hope, can't remember his name. He was just a greasy guy, greasy hair, greasy duster, same t-shirt, fucking skin tight jeans with boots on, driving the Zamboni, would let me come in and out of the rink whenever I wanted to. Can't remember his name. Smoked, just hacking down darts. I mean, and then my boy Ian, I'll give some shout out to a guy by the name of Ian Green, who, Greener, I'm not sure exactly. Like he's all there, but he kind of walks he's a little bit, some physical disabilities to him, but always at the rink, always around the team, and always fucking chirping. I mean, this guy, when I was playing junior B at home, I would come in and be like, good game, Obi, fucking -3 last night. You're like, fuck you, Greener. Right?
Totally.
Just because you fucking got a little hitch in your step there doesn't mean you can fucking chirp me, bud. But he's a great guy, and he was always at the rink, Ian Green. Great guy.
I got to say, this guy, Brian Hatfield, Hatter. Good move.
Hatter, good name.
But he, for 15 years, he helped Chris Phillips and I do our golf tournament for the Kids Forever Foundation. But this Hatfield buddy, our junior team was, and the rink is known for like coming in. It's impossible to place for a visiting player.
I saw the rink.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
So anyway, Hatter, you would have met Hatter that night. But anyway, he was great for our city, our team. But he'd be up there just screaming at guys. Him and Chris Phillips' old man would be there, Garth. It would be a place where all just these beauties would hang out and just scream at the other goalie and all this stuff. But he would never, he'd be at the rink fucking 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
You'd see him all the time, helping out kids, giving stuff away, chipping in. And
yeah,
it's kind of how minor hockey works.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I had seen that barn you played in that to me, I was like, whoo, back in the day, that'd be tough one to come in, one to come into there. Keep your head up. Maxie, let's do one more, fella. This has been fun though. Let's do one more.
A little behind on the pod, but I was just telling a story about crazy hockey parents. We got in a game on the res and got in a little bit of a line skirmish, and I had my back against the boards in this little fight, and this lady swung a full 2-liter bottle of Coke over the glass, hit me in the side of the head while I turned around, and here comes my mom over the benches and just cooled this lady flat clean out. Fucking beauty.
He got it with the 2-liter, not the 2-liter.
Fucking don't throw the 2-liter.
Oh, see, but that's where like a good hockey mom just comes down and sets the fucking story straight.
Right?
You throw a 2-liter pop ball at my kid, you're getting your eyes pumped shut.
I mean, that's dangerous to throw a 2-liter pop ball. Like, are you kidding me?
Throw the hammer, not the 2-liter pop ball.
Did we get his name there?
No name.
No, he came in a little quiet there, but fuck, boy, did he finish.
He's like, fucking watching. We played a game on the res. That's all I heard. Played a game on the res. Next thing I know, there's a fucking 2-liter pop ball being chucked at me. Oh, fuck. I bumped into this guy back home, fucking Kevin Cork. Cork, he's a beauty. He comes up to me. I'm at the junior P game. He goes, hey, Albus, how you doing, bud? I'm good. He goes, still playing hockey or what?
Are you fucking blind?
I go, Corky, look at me. I'm fucking 290 pounds. You mean I still fucking playing hockey? I retired 4 years ago. What have you been doing for fun? Hey, it's up. I'm still playing hockey. Oh, man. He's a beauty.
So you made it over there, though, when you were home.
I went over and watched the Cobra Cougars. Shout out to Tom Foster, runs the D. Good friend of the pod, Tom Foster. Listen up. The juniors, they all wear fucking... They all wear full masks and neck guards, and they skate around 150 miles an hour, and they don't hit anybody, and there's no real passes, and it's a fucking just a cage match out there. Literally.
It's not the jungle, is it?
It wasn't back when the old Portal Buzzards played the Cougars and you knew there was going to be a line brawl on a Monday night. You knew it. I was in a few of them. You know it's coming. Now I'm like, to me, it looked like
Pee-wee hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say like Bantam or Pee-wee, but yeah, like it looked like these kids were getting ready to try to play junior. They could skate though, Ups. I mean, they all could skate. It was crazy how fast they were.
Yeah. Games change.
But Updogg, that was unbelievable. Thanks to guys. And like Maxie said, we're going to continue to do these throughout the course of the season, especially into the off season. So keep the questions coming. Anything you want to know me, ask me in the Updogg. I love this shit up here. That was great. We were talking about anything but hockey. So thank you guys. Binger, Maxie, thank you. Hall Pass. That was Curfew Calls. Fella.